Alright, are we live? I am. Wait a second, am I on the right stream tee? Okay, I am on the right stream tee. Okay, I thought I almost got the wrong one there. Once I see myself load in, it's public. Alright, I am WaVdium. Welcome back to Limbus Company Bible Readings, part 55. I haven't uploaded 54 yet, but this, I want to hurry up because the one more run-in before the event ends, so I can get some more stuff. So I did not even complete the shop this event. Of course, I wait till Bokdak, but usually I do it first or second week. Oh, okay. We'll start off with Haruhi Suzumiya first. I wasn't planning on Haruhi Suzumiya, but I thought it'd be funny for the thumbnail, for like they're betting against each other for what animal will win. Okay, that sounds bad when I say it out loud, but let's the Sandy first. It's Sandy first, so throw in the ones I won't be using often on the front. I'll get your Sandy up first. So, it took a while to figure out where I was. So, what would constitute an SOS Brigade style activity? I thought back on the SOS Brigade activities over the past 6 months and became a bit depressed. You have it easy to just throw out whatever idea comes to your mind. But what about the suffering Asahina and I have to go through? Tozumi just smiles shrewdly, and Nagoto is absolutely no help when it comes to brainstorming. I guess Asahina isn't exactly normal, but she's cute, so that makes it all okay. She just needs to stand there as a treat for my eyes and balm for my weary soul. We have to meet their expectations, Haruhi said with a competitive look on her face. Who exactly is expecting anything from the SOS Brigade? That's worth having a survey about. And I don't see how you've built up this brigade when our standing is still below that of a student association, and our number of members hasn't increased. Since more members would only complicate the situation, I can live without them. But the way things look now, this derailed Haruhi Express is going to keep stittling on, and the only passengers are the 5 of us. I'd like to find a scapegoat to take my place. I'll even pay an hourly wage. I'm willing to give 100 yen per... Per what? Hour? Oh, hour. Oh, hourly wage. 100 yen pure. It's, okay, that's just weird typing there, I guess. We were getting the painting. Okay. And then we have a shop note, but because I'm live, because I thought, okay, let's do it live anyway. The event's about to end. Okay, with the ref, I'm gone still. I should thought Envy one, I think. Have I missed it? Nope. You know, I'll just upgrade this to tier 3. I forgot to pick the first starting buff, unfortunately. So now they have enough sanity. I don't need more. Take the ring, Faust, middle, I guess. Okay, where was I? Haruhi drained her first cup in 30 seconds, and requested a second from Asahina. What about you, Murukuru? What are you guys doing? You mean my dress? Yakisoba cafe. You are probably a waitress, right? Asahina's eyes widened. How'd you know? I wanted to cook, but everyone told me to be a waitress. Haruhi had a contemplative look on her face then. Based on experience, that look in her eyes meant she couldn't be thinking about anything good, and those eyes were glancing toward the garment rack. The expression on her face suggested she had just realized that she had yet to put Asahina in a waitress outfit. Now Haruhi had a broadening look on her face. What about your class, Tozumi? Tozumi struggled slightly. We've decided to do a play, but the class is divided between doing an original work and a classical piece. The Tokyo Festival is fast approaching, yet they are still debating. It's a fierce argument, so some time will be needed before a conclusion can be reached. Oh man, I'm messing up too much here. How lucky of you to be in such a lively class. Sounds like a pain, though. Haruhi's floating daze drifted to the remaining member, who had yet to speak a word. Yuki! The book-loving pseudo-alien looked up like a prairie dog sensing rain. Fortune-telling. She responded in her usual flat voice. Fortune-telling? I unconsciously echoed. Yes. Nagoto nodded with a face devoid of expression, like she wasn't even breathing. we have Starlight here. And then will we take max HP, no final power. Sure. It won't matter much. Magic Hellbus. Alright. Devote into the next fight. Question mark node. Alright, did the wine thing, whatever it was. Okay, when you're in a rush, weird ones take forever. Alright. I'll probably go to floor 3, reading Haruhi, and then I'll swap to Bible. You're reading fortunes? Wait, I read the other part, right? Yes. Nagoro telling fortunes. Sure you don't mean telling the future. I pictured Nagoro in black pointy hat and robe, and holding out a crystal ball before Temple and saying, "You will break up in 58 days, 3 hours, and 5 minutes." With a straight face. You could why, you know. Then again, I don't actually know if Nagoro can see the future. So, as soon as class is running a refreshment booth, Tozumi is doing a play, and Nagoro is holding a fortune-telling convention. They all sound infinitely more fun than the Whisper survey our class is doing. Yeah, how's this? Let's combine everything and do a fortune-telling survey play cafe, I suggested. Stop sounding like an idiot! Let's get this meeting started. Haruhi instantly rejected my valuable opinion and walked over to the whiteboard. She tapped the board with a long antenna-like pointer. There's nothing written on it. What am I supposed to be looking at? There will be soon! Miku, you are the secretary, so take down every word I say. I had no idea when Asahina became the secretary. I doubted anyone did. Apparently, Haruhi just decided that a moment ago. Asahina, Hydro, and now secretary, held a felt-tip pen, stood next to the whiteboard, and looked up at Haruhi's face next to her. And then Haruhi suddenly spoke in a triumphant voice. We, the SS Brigade, will be screening a movie. I really don't know what kind of mutation is going on inside of Haruhi's head. I'll just not think about it. It's nothing new. Still, this isn't a meeting. It's just you delivering a speech on general policy, isn't it? That's how it always is, Tozumi whispered to me. If it's room Vitre. Say that. See, we have. Wait, we fight him now. You're not on its side. It's another one of those targets flying around. What are you? Well then, suppose I have to blow your brains out just like the rest of them. Break into rafters. Shooter brings its shotgun to bear. Combat counter. Alright, good thing they added this. I still wish they had original sub-entities instead of just reusing G-Torp veterans. Because I feel like I should have had those target ones instead that are shown in the thing. The elegant smile he had made me want to draw on his face. His graceful lips remained curved up. Suzumiya had decided what we are going to do from the very beginning. That doesn't leave any room for discussion. Now then, did you say something you shouldn't have, Aden? Pretty sure I didn't say anything remotely related to movies today. Maybe she saw a low-budget C movie late last night, and its trappiness put her in a miserable mood? There's something I always wondered about, Haruhi continued cheerfully, convinced that her speech had touched every member in the audience. I'm wondering about what exactly is inside your head. You often see people die in the last episode of TV shows and the like. Doesn't that feel really unnatural? Why do they just happen to die at that time? It's strange. That's why I hate anything where someone dies at the end. I would never make a movie like that. Are you talking about movies or TV shows? I said that we are going to screen a movie, didn't I? Even those old earthen statues from the Tomoya's period had better ears than you, and put every word I say into your memory with no mistakes. If I'm going to bother memorizing your insane babbling, it'd be much more productive to memorize every last station on the rail line that runs nearby. Asahina wrote movie screening in round letters that really didn't look like the handwriting of a former telegraphy club member. Haruhi took a glance before nodding, satisfied. Alright, we got those. Same thing. What's the matter there? Alright. There you have it! We are all under agreement then? She sounded as cheerful as a weather forecaster verifying the end of the rainy season. What do you even mean? I asked. A natural response. All I know is that we are streaming a movie. Who's gonna hook us up with a film? Does she have an acquaintance at Buena Vista International or something? Both Haruhi's eyes seem to shine with reckless abandon. John, you're not too bright. We are going to make a movie, and then we'll stream it at the Tokyo Festival, presented by the SOS Brigade in the credits. Get some water. Oh, spitting out blood earlier for some reason. Okay, I think that's just... I went to a discount store. Yeah, I think my tongue is bleeding, or I'm either blood from my throat or something. I don't know. When did we turn into the Film Society? What are you talking about? This would absolutely be the SSS Brigade. I remember turning into a stupid film society. If the Film Society people were to hear those words, they'd probably be pissed. It's already been decided. Double jeopardy, plea bargaining will be ignored. If the SSS Brigade jury foreman says so, then I guess the verdict won't be overturned. Who the hell put Haruhi in the leadership position? Or, now that I think about it, she put herself in that position. Looks like loud and eager people are the ones who become important no matter what role you are in. Consequently, good Samaritans who tend to go with the flow like Asahina and me end up being abused. That's just one of the contradictions in the reality of this cruel and heartless world. I pondered the profound subject of what to be considered an ideal society. I see. Alright, nothing here. There's a head with sports it actually. Nothing much here. I think that, I guess. No super shop either, unfortunately. Oh, this is like a pretty bad run so far, actually. This is like really bad run. And okay, that would give everyone charged, so I did the buffs for the thing. Taking our, Tibia's melody, actually. Should probably go for more envy since I have Ricardo on the team, but afterwards that's Fruto Monsters and except for all event buffs anyway. Because I know this is a block that I can easily complete that reward one, because I got the major rewards during the first run. But for the third one, I am behind. Tozumi interrupted like he had just figured something out. He smiled at both Haruhi and me. I understand perfectly. Hey Tozumi, don't just accept the bomb Haruhi dropped on us. Don't you have your own opinion on this? Tozumi gently flipped the floorwalks of his hair. In other words, we're going to make an independent film, gather an audience, and stream the movie. Am I correct? You are correct! Haruhi continued tapping the board with her antenna, and Asina's shoulders flinched. Regardless, Asina muttered the words to voice expression. But why did you decide to make a movie? Last night, I was having trouble getting to sleep. Haruhi waved the antenna in front of her face like a windshield wiper. So I turned on the TV, and there was this weird movie on. Didn't really want to watch it, but I didn't have anything else to do, so I did. Figured as much. And it was such a terrible movie. So bad I wanted to make an international prank call to the director's house. So then I thought, she struck the tip of the pointer at Asina's petite face, and she continued, if this is the best they can do, I can make a movie that's much better. Haruhi puffed up her chest, full of confidence. So I figured it was worth a shot. You have a problem with that? Asina fiercely shook her head like she was terrified. Even if she did have a complaint, she would never voice it. Tozumi was just a yes man. Nagano never said anything to begin with, which meant it was inevitable for me to speak up. I don't care if you're aiming to be a movie director or to be a producer. You can do whatever you want with your life. And so the rest of us can do whatever we wish and want, right? What are you talking about? Haruhi puckered her lips like a duck's bill. I patiently explained to her, you say you want to make a movie. We haven't said anything yet. If we say we don't want to, what would you do? A director isn't enough to make a movie. Don't worry, I've got the gist of the script through and through. No, what I'm trying to say is that there's nothing for you to fret about. Just follow me like always. No need to worry. I'm worried. Leave the planning to me. I'll take care of everything. Now I'm even more worried. You should complain a lot. I said we were going to do it, which means we are going to do it. Our goal is to place first in Tokyo Festival's best event poll. When I explained that, it's been a while since I read this or continued reading. As I remember there being a poll of some sort. I should have took the first Starlight buff. I should have. For you, my first year of June, addicting West. Maybe take long flowers, sure. Bit to Ryōshū, that will help. Alright, we'll take a normal fight node. Easier to win rate. That unreasonable student council may even recognize the SS Brigade as a trub. No, I definitely make them recognize us, which means that first we need public opinion on our side. Public opinion and poll results aren't necessarily correlated. Attempted to put up resistance. What about production costs? We have a budget. Where? I can't see the student council giving a budget to this brigade, which moves rather openly for underground organization. We have the literary club's tut. That would be the literary club's budget. It's not for you to use. But Yuki said it was fine. Good grief. I looked at Nagato's face. So everybody looked up at me without saying a word before returning to her book. You sure nobody wants to join the literary club? Now, not that I'm gonna ask, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nagoto had driven this club to the verge of being tut. Apparently, she knew beforehand that Haruhi would be showing up. I sure feel sorry for anyone who had their heart set on joining the literary club. If you're out there, do work hard to retrain what was originally the literary club back from Haruhi. Haruhi, oblivious to my inner monologue, waved her antenna around. Everyone got that! This takes priority over whatever your class is doing. If you have any objections, tell me after the festival. Got it? The director's orders are absolute. Haruhi shouted, completely unaware of what was going on around her. Like a polar bear in the zoo who had just been given an ice cube in the middle of summer. From brigade chief to director. What's she planning on being in the end? Please don't say God. And that's all for today. I have to do some thinking about tasking and sponsors. The producer has lots of work to do. I'm not really sure what the producer does, but any tastes? What is she planning on doing? Sponsors? Swam! A dull sound rang through the air. I turned to find that Nagoro had closed her book. We have the giraffe. Built of sinner's blood. Who will sacrifice their blood? Ryōshū will be sacrificed for blood. Now there's some more tossed, but depends on a single super shot this run. The question mark node, faster. Let's take the poise thing. And actually, no one here has poise anyway, but it's tier free and just fuse it away. Main thing is speed running right now. So I can't. No, take the other one faster. It's normal fight. That sound had become the signal for SS Brigade to pack up and go home for the day. After saying that she would go into details tomorrow, Haruhi shut off like a tat, hearing a tin can being opened. Not that I really want to hear any further details. Oh man, my throat feels weird. Yeah, so after this, we're swapping to the Bible. It's page 29. Start at 23. Whenever I go through Haruhi, it feels like I didn't read too much compared to the Bible, which is more densely packed for words. This feels like not so much, but it takes about like the same amount of time. It feels like. I mean, this is the Bible is a physical book I have here. This is a PDF document, so that's probably the reason. I feel like. Does I really want to hear any further details? Splendid, don't you think? That all three came from Tozumi. I'm trying to believe that we aren't trying to capture an extraterrestrial beast to put on in a freak show or shooting down a UFO to exhibit its interior. I felt like I've heard this before. The smiling Esper chuckled with his mouth closed. Besides, I'm interested in finding out what kind of movies Suzumiya intends to make. Though I can probably guess what she has in mind. Tozumi gave Asahina putting away the teacups a sidelong glance. Oh, I took him throw up actually. Oh man. Oh. It's so weird reading continuous sentences while live. Usually I take a break around now and refill. Actually, after this floor, we fill my water bottle, take a small break. Then we swap to the Bible. Hopefully, they won't trash this swap from reading. Alright, this is going to be something no one will try. We have a super shop finally. Probably get more envy, I feel like. Renewed merch, East Chant Toss, sure. Also the fusion, I start fusing stuff now. And refresh here. Rodion did another envy. Midwinter Night will help with conditionals, that's good. And then we are now broke. Try to bleed. Tangled bundle, not really what we're looking for here, but okay. Do that then. Layered bandages. Oh. We have Sagume fragments descends. And then this will be, yeah, red stained Alcipium. It should be enough for now. We're in our super shop later. 33%. It's so low. Usually, even for those ones, I still did it, but now I just don't end up getting the super shops. Which means West stuff, the more fusions. Okay, I'm just speedrunning for. I probably didn't do optimal shop stuff, but I don't need to because I'm speedrunning. It'll be easy anyway. 4-5, no extreme. It would appear that this will be a fun Toadstool festival. Quite fascinating. Okay, oh, no, I don't care for doing the towner. I also turned to look at Asahina. I watched as her hairband bounced up and down. What is it? Asahina realized that we two rascals were staring at her and stopped what she was doing as her cheeks flamed. I murmured in my heart. No, it's nothing. Just thinking about what costume Haruhi will bring next. That's all. When she was done getting ready to go home, well, this meant putting her book back in her bag. Nagoro silently stood and suddenly walked out the open door. Maybe she was reading a book about fortune telling. It was a foreign book, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I muttered. A movie. A movie, huh? To be honest, I was somewhat interested. Not as interested as Suzume, though. My interest was only at the Continental Shelf level, not Ocean Floor levels. Suppose I at least look forward to it, because I'm guessing nobody's expecting much. And I was already eating my words. I shouldn't have bothered looking forward to this. It was after the next day, I had an extremely unhappy look on my face. And we'll stop here. This is page 30. That's only 7 pages, or oh, not full 7 pages. When we set my text document ready, we'll stop there. Save that, and then get rid of the Acrobat. Close that. Win rate or just damage, it'll die anyway. And then we pull out the Bible, Old Testament. Yes, last time we got spoiled on the deaths of Rachel and Isaac. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. So this is Genesis 35. We're not that far into the Old Testament, so now I'll take a break here. I'm going to mute myself, throw on Alan Wake streaming, and refill my water bottle. Because you need to drink water so when you're speaking a lot. And I recommend you drink water, not any other replacement substances. Water, alright? Alright, Alan Wake, be on! Alright, we get some more toss here. Yeah, my throat still feels pretty bad. Maybe it's from the walk. I did get really tired out from trash power +1 defense level. I want that Twilight Stoke then. Doesn't matter. I'd probably think about probably did more enough offense to offset it, but I don't need to worry about that. Alright. Too much thinking. Alright. So 4-4. The kind of sweeping block deck, I guess. Since it's over here. Well, maybe a new E-Towner. I'm not too sure. Alright, we have 2 E-Towners actually. This one again. Oh. Find nearby Shouter. Dreadney check. Dreadney Pride. Oh, do the middle not have any buffs for it? Really? Okay, it's high shows, I guess. Oh. What? Wow. Really? Really? Okay. Refs. Alright, once the win rate starts, then. How many sweepers is it? It doesn't always like the fully towner. Just one wave, right? Wave 1 out of 1, alright, just 10 of them, okay. Weaving befell, Jacob and his twin moved on towards Ipraf. Rachel went into labor while they were still some distance away. Her labor pain was intense. After a very hard delivery, the midwife finally saying, "Don't be afraid, you have another son!" Rachel was about to die. With her last breath, she named the baby Benoni, which means son of my sorrow. Duh. The page turn. Let's miss the page. The baby's father, however, called him Benjamin, which means son of my right hand. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is, Bethlehem. Jacob set up a stone monument over Rachel's grave. It is to be seen there to this day. How is it still there to this day? Probably not. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure some people probably are desecrated it. So then Jacob traveled on and camped beyond Medal Eder. While he was living there, Reuben had intercourse with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Jacob soon heard about it. These are the names of the 12 sons of Jacob. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's oldest son, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zophel, Leah's servant, were Gad and Asher. These are the names of the sons who were born to Jacob at Padan Aram. So Jacob returned to his father, Isaac, in Mamre, which is near Trif Arba, now called Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had both lived as foreigners. Isaac lived for 180 years, then he breathed his last and died at a ripe old age, joining his ancestors in death, and his sons Ryōshū and Jacob buried him. The sons of Ryōshū, 36. This is the account of the descendants of Ryōshū, also known as Edom. Ryōshū married 2 young women from Canaan, Ada, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Elbronraph, the daughter of Anna, and granddaughter of Zebon the Hiviti. We have another, is it new one? No, it's just, I think I've seen them before. Alright. Yeah, you have, yeah, okay, you can put it anyway. Change of royalty. Oh, actually, there's a middle fusion diff from this. I completely forgot that existed. Oh, I'm assuming it's blunt for the thing. He also married his cousin Besmoth, who was the daughter of Ishmael and the sister of Naboth. Ada gave birth to a son named Alfazar for a zoo. Last month, they gave birth to a son named Ryōshū. Ophelbom gave birth to sons named Just, Jalam, and Hora. All these sons were born to Usu in the land of Tanan. Usu took his wives. His children and his entire household, along with his livestock and cattle. All the wealth they had acquired in the land of Tanan and moved away from his brother Jacob. There was not enough land to support them both because of all the livestock and possessions they had acquired. So Usu, also known as Adam, settled in the hill country of Seir. This is the account of Usu's descendants, the Edomites, who lived in the hill country of Seir. Win rate. These are the names of Usu's sons: Ephaz, the son of Usu's wife Ada, and Reuel, the son of Usu's wife Bismath. The sons of Ephaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Tatam, and Tanaz. Tuma, the concubine of Usu's son Eliphaz, gave birth to a son named Amalek. These are the descendants of Usu's wife Ada. The descendants of Reuel were Nepha, Zerah, Samrah, and Mizah. These are the sons of Usu's wife Basmath. Usu also had sons through Oblama, the daughter of Atna, and granddaughter of Zibion. Their names were Jus, Jom, and Korah. These are the sons of Usu, who became the leaders of various clans. Okay, where did I put my bookmark? Okay. Pardon me. Oh man. Oh. Okay, maybe it was a bad idea to record right now, but the event's about to end, so I want to quickly do a last run, so I didn't even complete the exchange shop. Alright. I should probably try to breathe more when I'm doing readings, since I'm live. It's like the Triax office! Who thought was sort of stubbed this Bokdak? Where was the Triax office? Why they? Where's Triax office Rodion? They're the sinner who uses an axe. Why not the axe office identity? It's really just a slash sync, but instead of bleed, it's poise. Or they'll probably make a dual status. Alright. We'll start at the middle diff tier. So proceed. No, wait, hold on. Identify. What's the recipes for? Oh, what is it? It is a blunt. Alright. So I won't buy that. I said still for a blunt here. Can I get it? No. Second one? No. Oh, boombox entrances. Sure. Oh, did they add a new fusion for that in here? Okay, Sagume Fragrance of Sense and that third one. And there's also the new Haisha one as well. So let me see if Trippy did that bleed one. Alright. And we have new ego diff. So what is it? Enter the BB. When I always hit by 3 also roll up on the hour and inflict 4 plus bleed count on the attacker once per still. Base stills plus power plus 1, 20 damage, 3 plus no effect settings, the base power plus 1, 5 plus power on field, and base power plus 2 in deal. On hit using busters, you go 10% damage dealt by the hour using still. On hit using time stills, you 5C. Time still combat and do not use time still. This turn, so Arden's plus 1 boost and 1 minus 1 drop next turn. Alright. What is a tier 4? Now I need a tier 2 blunt. Hold on, blunt. Nope. Don't tell me it's a raid up one, so I just won't be able to get it. Don't tell me it's a raid up one, right? Oh no, it's a raid up one, isn't it? No. Oh, I'm using money. I'll get rid of. Doesn't renew merch. I haven't used it yet. Oh no, it's a raid up. I should have bought that, I think. Ooh. It's a shame, really. I think there's somewhere I just checked that actually. Hold on. Tree rewards. Okay. It's on the tree rewards. Wait, owned. Wait, I already have it. Never mind. I tuned it the enchantment to who's in the middle. Let's like try one last time. How many blunts are there? I'm not too sure. Alright. And we did the fusion diff, and then the championship 2 is the middle, and that is both of them now. Yeah, and the breed is very hindered right now. What about the ring? You forgot about the ring also being here, huh? Alright. Are the middle even on the field? They're not. Alright, I'll put the ring at the front, or middle. I don't even have Meursault here, so I think I'm fine with just the free, I guess. Alright. I'm getting confused with my clicks now. What am I clicking on? Yeah, it's for having them on the field, I think, for that ego diff. And I'm not doing another middle theme team yet until they drop the Otis, so. Where was I even, actually? I actually don't know. Hold on. Present the sense of Usus Order-san, emphasize between the weirs of the trends. Taman, Omar, Zepho, Tanaz, Thor, Daman, and Mawek. These translators of the Wen Idom sent from Efsaz. Our sense were the sense of Isu's wife, Abba. Alright, right here. The sense of Isu's son, Ryōshū, became the leaders of the trends of Nefaf, Zerah, Samath, and Nizak. These are the trend leaders in the land of Edom who descended from Ryōshū. All these were descendants of Isu's wife, Bismath. The descendants of Isu's wife, of Isu and his wife, Oblama, became the leaders of the trends of Jus, Jalam, and Torah. These are the trend leaders who descended from Isu's wife, Oblibla, the daughter of Anna. These are the clan descendants. These are the trends descended from Isu, also known as Edom, identified by the trend leaders, original peoples of Edom. These are the names of the tribes that descended from Ser the Horatak. They lived in the land of Edom, Lotan, Shobal, and Zibion. And the Son, Zer, and the San. These were the Horite trans leaders, descendants of Ser, who lived in the land of Edom. The descendants of Lotan were Hori and Heman. Lotan's sister was named Himna. The descendants of Sobal were Alban, Manhaf, Ebal, Sepho, and Onam. The descendants of Zibion were and This is the who discovered the hot springs in the wilderness while he was grazing his father's donkeys. Alright, hold on. What's that sound? Why is the computer making weird noises now? That is not natural. Alright, we're gonna put some stuff as well. What's going on over here? OBS is causing it. OBS is? Really? OBS? I'm just using a lot of my computer, actually. What? The sons of Allah were his son, Deson, and his daughter, Oblma. The sons of Deson were Hemdan, Espan, Ephran, and Teran. The sons of Azur were Bilan, Zavan, and Akam. The sons of the Sun were Uz and Avlan. So these were the leaders of the Horite clans. Lotan, Shabal, Zidon, Ana, Zon, Azur, and Desan. The Horite clans are named after their clan leaders, who lived in the land of Sur, rulers of Edom. These were the kings who ruled in the lands of Edom before any king ruled over the Israelites. Bela, son of Boa, who ruled in Edom from the city of Dinhaba. When Belon died, Jobab, son of Zerah from Bozrah, became king in his place. When Jobab died, Husham from the land of the Termanites became king in his place. When Husham died, Hadad, son of Bedad, became king in his place and ruled from the city of Avith. He was the one who defeated the Midianites in the land of Moab. When Hadad died, Samlah from the city of Masra became king in his place. When Samlah died, Shaw from the city of Reboff on the river became king in his place. When Shaw died, Bao-Han, son of Akbor, became king in his place. When Bao-Han, son of Akbor, died, Hadad became king in his place and ruled from the city of Paul. His wife was Nursefather, the daughter of Matred and granddaughter of Mizpahab. These are the names of the leaders of the clans descended from Ryōshū, who lived in the places named for them. Temna, Alva, Dif, Oblama, Ilha, Pinon, Tanaz, Taman, Mibzar, Magao, and Milan. These are the leaders of the clans of Adolf, listed according to their settlements in the land they occupy. They all descended from Ryōshū, the ancestor of the Edomites. Joseph's dream. 37. So Jacob settled again in the land of Canaan, where his father had lived as a foreigner. This is the account of Jacob and his family. When Joseph was 17 years old, he often tended his father's flocks. He worked for his half-brothers, the sons of his father's wives, Bilhah and Zilpah. But Joseph reported to his father some of the bad things his brothers were doing. Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other children, because Joseph had been born to him in his old age. So one day Jacob had a special gift for Joseph, a beautiful robe. But his brothers hated Joseph because their father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say a kind word to him. One night Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. "Listen to this dream," he said. "We were out in the field, tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly, my bundle stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine." His brothers replied, "So you think you will be our king, do you? Do you think you will reign over us?" And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. Soon Joseph had another dream. And then he told his brothers about it. "Listen, I had another dream," he said. "The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed low before me." This time he told the dream to his father as well as to his brothers. But his father scolded him. "What kind of dream is that?" he asked. "Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you?" But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. We have more. I don't even need to start. Give me the toss, alright? Give me that toss as we want to speed run through the final fight, alright? Flush power, switching fuel tank. Yeah, we turned it the thing. No, we did it. We did the feedback. Let's take twinning threads for the event currency. We have less than 40 minutes to complete this. Oh, so complete in 40 minutes. Alright, drink of water. Start breathing more. Take it. Then they have. No, it's the same. Alright. We can take the index pack and we can fight the index. Alright. You see why I don't stream that much anymore? Alright. Favored. Oh, do they have the target? No, who has the target? Hong Lu has the target, apparently. It's favored for that. Wow. Well, they're not to hit it anyway. It's a normal battle. Soon after this, Joseph's brothers went to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem. When they had been gone for some time, Jacob said to Joseph, "Your brothers are pasturing the sheep at Shechem. Get ready and I'll send you to them." "I'm ready to go," Joseph replied. "Go and see how your brothers and the flocks are getting along," Jacob said. "Then come back and bring me a report." Jacob sent him on his way. Joseph traveled to Shechem from their home in the valley of Hebron. When he arrived there, a man from the area noticed him wandering around the countryside. "What are you looking for?" he asked. I'm looking for my brothers, Joseph replied. Do you know where they're pasturing their sheep? Yes, the man told them. They have moved on from here, but I've heard them say, let's go on to Dauphin. Joseph followed his brothers to Dauphin and found them there. Joseph sold into slavery! When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, they recognized him in the distance. As he approached, they made plans to kill him! Here comes the dreamer, they said. Come on, let's do him and throw him into one of these cisterns? What? Hold on. C-I-S-T-erns. What's a waterproof man-made container? Oh, to collect water. Okay. A cistern. We can tell our father a wild animal has eaten him. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams. But when Riboun heard of their scheme, he came to Joseph's rescue. Let's not kill him, he said. Why should we shed any blood? Let's just throw him into this empty cistern here in the wilderness. Then he'll die without our laying a hand on him. Riboun was secretly planning to rescue Joseph and return to his father. So when Joseph arrived, his brothers ripped off the beautiful robe he was wearing. Then they grabbed him and threw him into the cistern. Now the cistern was empty. There was no water in it. Then, just as they were sitting down to eat, they woke up and saw a caravan of camels in the distance, coming toward them. It was a group of Ishmaelite traders taking a load of dung, balm, and aromatic resin from the lead down to Egypt. Pardon me, Dad. Oh. Sometime later, Riboun returned to Joseph out of the cistern. When he discovered Joseph was missing, he tore his clothes in grief. Then he went back to his brothers and lamented, "The boy is gone! What will I do now?" Then the brothers killed a young goat and dripped Joseph's robe in its blood. They sent the beautiful robe to their father with this message, "Look at what we found! Doesn't this robe belong to your son?" Their father recognized it immediately. "Yes," he said, "it's my son's robe. A wild animal must have eaten him. Joseph has truly been torn to pieces." Then Jacob tore his clothes and dressed himself in bulwark. He mourned deeply for his son for a long time. His family all tried to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. "I will go to my grave, mourning for my son," he would say, and then he would weep. Meanwhile, the Midianite traders arrived in Egypt, where they sold Joseph to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Potiphar was captain of the palace guard. Judah and Tamar. 38. About this time, Judah left home and moved to Odam, where he stayed with a man named Hura. There he saw a Tanite woman, the daughter of Shua, and he married her. When he slept with her, she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. No, I think I already saw all the ones in this. Oh, that's not even a unique one. Wow. I should probably try to ooh. Really? There's no... Actually, this is not that much less in this team, I guess. I'm a bit surprised. Alright, do we have... Standard fight? Wait, 85, 120. Wait, oh, that's to be more index. Wait, that's to be that's to be a focused index fight. Well, I already fought the index. Fight the Favis. And he named the boy Then she became pregnant again and gave birth to another son. And she named him Onan. Probably start using egos, I feel like. What AoE blunt egos do I even have on this team? Not my... Oh, wait, binds. Sure. And when she gave birth to a third son, she named him Shelah. At the time of Shelah's birth, they were living at Tazib. In the course of time, Judah arranged for his firstborn son, to marry a young woman named Tamar. But was a wicked man in the Lord's sight, so the Lord took his life. Then Judah said to brother Onan, "Go and marry Tamar, as all law requires the brother of a man who has died. You must produce an heir for your brother." Oh man, pardon me. But Onan was not willing to have a child who would not be his own heir. So whenever he had intercourse with his brother's wife, he spilled the semen on the ground. This prevented her from having a child who belonged to his brother. But the Lord considered it evil for Onan to deny a child to his dead brother, so the Lord took Onan's wife too. Then Judah said to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, "Go back to your parents' home and remain a widow until my son Shelah is old enough to marry you." But Judah didn't really intend to do this because he was afraid Shelah would also die, like his two brothers. So Tamar went back to live in her father's home. Some years later, Judah's wife died. After the time of mourning was over, Judah and his friend Haruhi Aldomite went up to Timnah to supervise the shearing of his sheep. No, Timnah? Someone told Tamar, "Look, your father-in-law is going up to Timnah to shear his sheep." Tamar was aware that Shelah had grown up, but no arrangements had been made for her to come and marry him. She changed out of her widow's clothing and covered herself with a veil to disguise herself. Then she sat beside the road at the entrance to the village of Enaim, which is on the road to Timnah. Judah noticed her and thought she was a prostitute, and she had covered her face. So he stopped and propositioned her. "Let me have sex with you," he said, not realizing that she was his own daughter-in-law. "How much will you pay to have sex with me?" Tamar asked. "I'll send you a young goat from my flock," Judah promised. "But what would you give me to guarantee that you will send the goat?" she asked. "What kind of guarantee do you want?" he replied. She answered, "Leave your identification seal and its cord, and the walking stick you are carrying." So Judah gave him to her, then he had intercourse with her, and she became pregnant. Afterwards, she went back home, took off her veil, and put on her widow's clothing as usual. Later, Judah asked his friend Herod the Aldomite to take the young goat to the woman and to pick up the things he had given her as his guaranteed. But Hira couldn't find her. So he asked the man who lived there, "Where did I find the shrine prostitute who was sitting beside the road at the entrance to Enaim?" "We never had a prostitute here," they replied. So Hira returned to Judah and told him, "I couldn't find her anywhere." And the man of the village claimed they had never had a shrine prostitute there. "Then let her keep the things I gave her," Judah said. "I sent the young goat as we agreed, but you couldn't find her. We'll be the laughing stock of the village," and went back again to look for her. About 3 months later, Judah was told, "Tamar, your daughter-in-law, has acted like a prostitute, and now, because of this, she's pregnant. Bring her out and let her be burned," Judah demanded. But as they were taking her out to kill her, she sent this message to her father-in-law. "The man who owns these things made me pregnant. Look closely. Whose seal and cord and walking stick are these?" Judah recognized them immediately and said, "She is more righteous than I am, because I did arrange for her to marry my son Shelah, and Judah never slept with Tamar again." When the time came for Tamar to give birth, it was discovered she was carrying twins! We have a shop node here. Alright, we actually have a super shop here. I don't need to do that. Universal skeleton, okay. Oh wait, take that, yep. Do I even need to? There's less than 30 minutes left, alright, before it goes down for maintenance. I believe it's from that time, it's 2 hours. Alright. Army Iron Steak. Bleed! Artwork postulation's there, alright. It's popped up there. Okay, I'll take sodas. Don't need Melted Spring. Buy artwork postulation. And now time to fuse everything I can do. Oh, I can only fuse that, I guess. Okay. I don't even fuse the other tier 3 bleed. Would be too high. Oh, that's special contract. Not what I'm looking for. Don't fuse that. Wait, did I fuse it? Oh no, I fused into that. I know did that. At least one of the tier 3s, alright? It's good enough. Good enough. I remember when to fight anyway. It doesn't matter. I'll just throw. Who didn't get thrown to silence? I'll throw the Meursault Badon on, so he can do the what do you call it? More middle and just counter the way for the thing. Wait. Well, she was in labor. One of the babies reached out his hand. The midwife grabbed it and tied a scarlet string around the child's waist, announcing, "This one came out first!" But then he pulled back his hand and out-tamed his brother. "Wait!" The midwife exclaimed, "How'd you break out first?" So he was named Perez. And the baby with the scarlet string on his waist was born, and he was named Zera. Alright, so did all these egos going, I guess. Do a full we got res here. Oh, it's too slow. It's fine. Alright. Joseph in Potiphar's house, 39. When Joseph was taken to Egypt by the Ishmaelite traders, he was purchased by Potiphar, an Egyptian officer. Potiphar was captain of the guard for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The Lord was with Joseph, so he succeeded in everything he did as he served in the home of his Egyptian master. Potiphar noticed this and realized that the Lord was with Joseph, giving him success in everything he did. This pleased Potiphar, as so he soon made Joseph his personal attendant. He put him in charge of his entire household and everything he owned. When the day Joseph was put in charge of his master's household and property, the Lord began to bless Potiphar's household for Joseph's sake. All his household affairs ran smoothly, and his crops and livestock flourished. So Potiphar gave Joseph complete administrative responsibility over everything he owned. With Joseph there, he didn't worry about a thing except what kind of food to eat. Joseph was a very handsome and well-built young man, and Potiphar's wife soon began to look at him lustfully. "Come and sleep with me," she demanded, but Joseph refused. "Look," he told her, "my master trusts me with everything in his entire household. No one here has more authority than I do. He has held back nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How could I do such a wicked thing? It would be a great sin against God." What's the... Oh, Hex Nail. Oh, I thought it's the Bleed Ego. For that, I forgot they had that, I guess. Oops. Go back to that. Alright, fine. She kept putting pressure on Joseph day after day, but he refused to sleep with her. And he kept out of her way as much as possible. One day, however, no one else was around when he went in to do his work. She came and grabbed him by his throat, demanding, "Come on, sleep with me!" Joseph tore himself away, but he left his throat in her hand as he ran from the house. She saw that she was holding his throat and he had fled. She called out to her servants. Soon all the men came running. "Look," she said, "my husband has brought this Hebrew slave here to make fools of us. He came into my room to rape me, but I screamed. When he heard me scream, he ran outside and got away, but he left his cloak behind with me." She kept the cloak with her until her husband came home. Then she told him her story. "That Hebrew slave you brought into our house tried to come in and fool around with me," she said, "but when I screamed, he ran outside, leaving his cloak with me." Joseph put in prison. Oh, didn't even get to the other... Oh wait, sorry, second phase? Alright. Hold on. Put those up, stronger ones. Complete total exterminations ready. Alright. Oh, what's rushing what right now? Not too sure. Yeah, so all 7 slots are needed for this. Favored, really? Oh, we're doing some bleed. Oh yeah, why is it one-sided guard for the wrong right here? Wait, yeah, they have... Oh, here we go. Alright, here we go. Potiphar was furious when he heard his wife's story about how Joseph had treated her. So he took Joseph and threw him into the prison where the king's prisoners were held. And there he remained. But the Lord was with Joseph in the prison and showed him his faithful love. And the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden. Before long, the warden put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners and over everything that happened in the prison. The warden had no more worries, because Joseph took care of everything. The Lord was with him and told us everything he did to succeed. Joseph interprets 2 dreams. How long is this part? If I read here, it's going to go midway through, so I'm gonna have to stop here. Actually, this is the end of the reading. We return with Joseph interprets 2 dreams 40. So we started at 35, death of Rachel and Isaac. We got to 40. Joseph interprets 2 dreams. Okay. It always seems like you don't read that much when you do go through it. A lot of towners now. No, it would have ended like midway through, and then it'd be like, oh, what part of the part am I at? And I think, oh, I'll have to go back and see my videos. Instead of like, nope, I can remember it's like at the very start of 40. All right. I tried Tanky actually. Actually, let me use some of the egos. Hexmail. Love and Hate has... Wait, actually, nope. That takes too long. That takes too long, alright? Horrible Ego. This takes too long. I hate it. Horrible Identity as well. Inaccurate Tarunia. All around horrible thing. Alright, this fight will be over fast, so... Oh, it's probably some damage modifier for the bleed. Alright. And you die from the bleed. Alright, they're done. Alright. And that is the run over. I go to the shop now right before maintenance. And it's the final thing I want. I'm just silent there. Oh man. Don't rest the voice once in a while. No! Train reward, train reward, train reward. Beep boop. Alright. Ah man, that's just pretty tiring. Oh yeah, before I make this public, I will be unlisted once I'm done the stream. I'll have to add the timestamps. Now we check my past missions. There's my daily. Something horrible happened to dailies. All right, I went with the Index Trio and it's the Moth, which of course has a bunch of unbreakable Pierce stills. Because I staggered the body before I got the Burn Twins. Dawn burned to death, and then later Yisong hit Tails at 45 SP and got hit by Unbreakable and died. And then Faust ended up dying at the very end. I got directly 1,000. So during Bok Dak, I have to get an extra 800 to finish off the shop. And that should be it for Twinning Threads as well. Yep. I'm Nocturnal Sweeping. And that is the end of it. I've been WaVdium. Oh man, I do not feel well right now. I'm gonna have supper and probably head to sleep. Bye. I'm gonna have to wait like a few seconds before I end this.